We talked about Knucklemania 6. BKFC went down in Philadelphia this weekend. You saw it in the main event. He defeated Ben Rothwell in Affliction in 2008, defeated Ben Rothwell in the UFC in 2019, and now he has defeated him in bare knuckle boxing to become the brand new BKFC Heavyweight Champion. He is Andrei Arlovski. He now joins the program. Andrei, congratulations, man, and thanks so much for the time. We really appreciate you joining us.
Thank you very much, guys, for having me.
I just mentioned this is your third time fighting Ben Rothwell. You fought him in MMA twice. Now you get him in bare knuckle. What was it like going up against them without the gloves on?
I was worried a little bit because obviously it's bare knuckle fighting and he has a big fist. And, in heavyweight division, like one punch can decide everything. You might win a whole fight and miss one punch and fight is over. So luckily I was smart enough to stick with game plan and I got W.
Staying on that track, I feel like time is kind of the story of this trilogy of fights. You fought him once in the 2000s, you fought him once in the 2010s, and now you fought him in the 2020s. Can you describe if there was a difference between the version that you fought? Sorry?
No, I promise no more.
Yeah, 2030s, look, who knows, maybe. Can you describe what the difference was beyond like the bare knuckle part of it, but as a fighter where you were and what you felt from Ben Rothwell in the three different versions?
Back in 2008, Affliction, I jumped with a fucking flying knee. I hurt him and I dropped him with right uppercut, I believe. It was tough. When I fought after him against Emelianenko, I fucking jumped his flying knee too and lights over. Back in 2019, when we fought in UFC, I set up a record for magnificent strikes. And now today, last week, I beat him by TKO, and I'm really happy, very proud. And be honest with you, I was worried about his weight because, power. But obviously, it was good for me because he was slower than before, and he wasn't moved before, or maybe I moved a lot. And actually, I knew I was in his head, since 2008. Our fight in the UFC and now in BKFC. So my team, my boxing coach did a great job.
What is your relationship like with Ben Rothwell? Do you have like a kinship because of the fact that you guys have been in the sport for so long together, that he's a veteran of the sport, one of the old guard, one of the old school fighters who's still doing it at a high level? Do you have any kind of relationship?
Definitely have respect to him, but no relationship. We have same management team, same manager, but nothing more.
You mentioned the speed, Andrei, and in some of those highlights, the slow motion ones especially, you're just getting out of the way of almost every single punch he's throwing. And you were in a bare knuckle fight on Saturday, and all you seem to have is just this scar above your eye. How big of an advantage was that speed for you in there?
Definitely, like I said, my boxing coach did a great job, and I felt great, but he cut me with the right hand. Actually, he kind of shook me in the second round. But in between, my coach told me, keep your fucking hands up, move around, and do what you have to do. And I did what I did.
This is another major title for you. Your last one coming in the UFC 2006. We're now nearly 20 years later, almost to the month, to the day. What is the significance of the belt in terms of what you were able to do on Saturday?
Somebody sent me a screenshot. I became first-time UFC champion on February 5th, 2005. And 21 years later, on February 7th, I became a BKFC Heavyweight World Champion. Back in 21 years, I did a great present for my birthday and became a BKFC World Heavyweight Champion at age 47. It was another my birthday present. So I feel pretty great.
Yeah, and your career is a very interesting one because it's had these long stretches of tremendous success. Then there's been losses where you recover and you bounce back and you go on another run of tremendous success. Where do you feel like you're at in your career now, right? Like, you've talked to Ariel many times on this network and said, you still feel...
This year only twice, because first time I had accident with a YouTuber.
Yes.
Now before he's never invited me, maybe 1 or 2 times.
I promise if he wasn't at the Olympics, you'd be talking to him right now instead of us. I promise that. But you've been able to like have these resurgences, and I feel like you're as good as you've ever been to a certain extent. Like, how do you feel about where you're at in your career right now? Not necessarily looking back to the resume, not necessarily looking back to the past, but where do you feel like you're at right now as a competitive athlete, whether it be MMA, bare knuckle boxing, dirty boxing? Where do you feel you're at right now?
I feel that I still have a couple more years, and a priori I'm already winner because I beat fucking cancer 3 times. So back in my fight against Ben Rothwell, it doesn't matter if I lost that fight or won, which is I win the fight, and it doesn't matter for me. 3 times beat the fucking cancer. It's pretty fucking legit, you know, and I feel fucking great. Like Nike, just do it.
Love that. Yeah. Before the fight, obviously you went viral on social media posting about that cancer. And then you had the incredible post-fight speech, sending a message out to people who are also battling and suffering and giving them an inspirational message. If you don't mind, could you give us some details about what you were going through? Because obviously I don't think many people know what was happening at that point. Can you go into detail about what you were dealing with and how you were able to overcome it?
First cancer I had back in 2010 in June. Second was 2013, and on February 24th, it's going to be exactly 1 year when Dr. Chet from Miami, from University of Miami, removed tumor from my kidney. Also, I got removed 28 lymph nodes, and I went through some chemotherapy, and I wasn't ready. Talk about my cancer years ago, but now I feel like it's what people need. I started the Arlovski Method. It's my new project, and actually I was surprised how many people send me DM me messages about how it's important for them, how it motivates them, how like people like need this stuff. And when I read it, I got tears in my eyes, you know, and yeah, hopefully that I share my experience with cancer, my battle with cancer 3 times. I got 3 W's against cancer, and I'm ready to share with the world what's going on. The most important thing is never give up, because life is beautiful, like I said, and just keep fighting, guys.
I want to ask you more about the Arlovski Method, but before I do that, I just want to ask, what made you feel like you were ready to share that, right? Obviously, you've been dealing with this 3 different times throughout your career, and I assume in training camps and doing your usual thing. What made you feel like now was the right time?
Honestly, I don't know. My wife told me it's maybe you're ready to share. I thought about, and actually, yes, why not? Because especially when they removed a tumor from my kidney, I was overnight. I stayed at the hospital. Thanks God, I didn't need any treatments, any chemo after a doctor removed a tumor from my kidney. But they forced me to walk on the floor. And I saw people, like young people, old people, they fucking dying. And this shit fucking very depressing. And I decided, okay, why not? If I can do it, a lot of people can fucking fight against cancer too, and why not?
It's something that truly affects almost everyone in this life. They know someone who's had cancer, so your voice and speaking up, having gone through it, really does matter to people. You mentioned the Arlovski Method. You know, we saw it on your shirt right now. We saw it in the shirt in your post-fight speed. I see you posting about it on your Instagram. What all does that entail? Healthy eating, working out. What is the Arlovski Method?
I'm supposed to come up with app probably this week and next week, the Arlovski Method. The Arlovski Method is about like mindset, about personal training, about personal programs, about fitness, about mindset, about training, about diet, about nutrition, about everything. And I work with great doctors, great coaches, so I can be connected with my potential customers 24/7, and I'm very excited about this. When it's gonna be on, it might be huge.
Where can people go to sign up, and when are you thinking about releasing this?
App's supposed to be probably this week or next week, beginning of next week. My wife in charge of the stuff because she's smarter than me in this, so I just can fight and hopefully right now soon it's going to be more information. When I'm going to get the date, I'm going to post on my social media.
Yeah, an incredibly inspirational story. Can I ask, was there any ever time as you're going through this ordeal multiple times now with battles with cancer that you ever thought about leaving combat sports? You know, did you ever think about while you were in the course of your career, you're battling this, you're dealing with this, the toughest fight, I would imagine, of your career. Was there any point where you thought, I'm going to just focus in on this and leave combat sports behind? Or was that kind of like a source of inspiration to keep you going?
No, it was, you're absolutely right. It was inspiration to keep me going, and that's motivated me. And like I mentioned in the press conference, I didn't call Ben Russell meatball. I said it's a lot of meat and bones, but because of my English problems, I said, "Why you call me fucking meatball?" I didn't call you Ben meatball. But yeah, you're absolutely right. In my mind, it was just another big guy against me, and it's nothing compared to fucking chemotherapy or some shit, you know. And I went 3 times through this shit. I was a champion. I know how to fight. If my mindset was right, which is fucking, it was in the right place. I did a great camp with my boxing coach Ivan De Oliveira. I did a lot of fucking work with my strength condition coach Nikolai Tokarev, with my powerlifter coach Seva Kuleshev, and we did a great fucking camp. My wife support me, my family support me, and I could not wish more that I have right now, and I'm very blessed. I'm very excited, and like I said, I have hopefully I have a couple more years to fight.
Yeah,
maybe one more time I'm going to be on a show with Ariel.
I assure you, he would love to have you on. We saw a lot of great response from your post-fight speech, including Conor McGregor, who's heavily involved in BKFC, calling you a hero, beating cancer 3 times and everything like that. Have you been able to speak to him directly?
No, I did not. And after fights, I believe, was done after the passing midnight. By the time they teach me press conference, I was at the hotel around like 3 a.m. and my flight was at 6:48. I flew back to Florida because my son has baseball games, and yeah, I didn't talk to him, but I read his message, and it was very nice of him.
Speaking of late nights, we saw you. I think this was before the fight. Obviously, the fight taking place in Philadelphia. You went to the Rocky Steps and ran up. I think it was like 5 a.m. You got up in the morning. What made you want to go so early in the morning to go to these steps?
I didn't sleep, and I thought, okay, if I'm gonna do something early in the morning, I can have a nap during the day, which is what I was right. I had a good nap right before we left to arena, and I totally forgot that it's Rocky stairs in Philadelphia. And my boxing coach told me, I said, "Fuck, you're absolutely right. Let's do it." And I took my friend Adam, he was my cameraman, and my boxing coach, and we went like over there, and it was the right decision, and I'm very happy that I did this.
Are you a big fan of the Rocky films?
Definitely, it's a great story, but let's put yes.
I feel like your story is very Rocky-esque, right? Like your story of fighting and battling this thing and overcoming odds is very Rocky-esque. So I kind of see the connection there. What's next for you, Andrei? Is it a defense of the BKFC title? Is it dirty boxing? Is it MMA? What are you doing next?
Next, I'm gonna see a doctor because I don't know, it's broken, or it's like I knocked Ben's tooth out, and everybody telling me it might be some infection. Now I'm going crazy and I have to take some antibiotics, and we'll see what's gonna happen after the X-ray. But definitely, I'm gonna take few weeks off. I need to spend the time with. I miss my family and my kids, so. Yes, I'm going to take some time off, but definitely I'm going to do some lifting, some conditioning. But yes, Fight, I don't know about fight. I need to talk to my manager, Ibrahim Kava.
And lastly, for anybody who may have missed the broadcast, here's an opportunity one more time. What message you have for those who are battling cancer out there and could be inspired by your journey?
Guys, life is beautiful. Don't give up. At present day, it's like doctor has a lot of ways to treat you right and keep you alive. It's everything in your head. If you decided to go through, you can do it, and you can be a winner of the battle against cancer. I'm a great example. I said that right after my fight, and nothing better than life. Life is beautiful. Keep fighting. God bless you guys, and who's battling right now, and stay healthy.
Andrei, thank you so much, man. You truly are an inspiration. Congratulations on the win, and I can't wait to see you get back in there.
Thank you guys for having me, and have a good day.
Thanks, Andrei.
Thanks again, Andrei. Truly an inspiration, man.
Dude.
BKFC Heavyweight champ, 47 years old, 3-time cancer survivor.
And we were talking about it with PT. I can't stress enough. There was a moment in the middle of this career that he's had that people were like, "Oh, are the best days behind?" And he just continued to have these moments of resurgence. He is the definition of a fighter, right? When he's in that valley, he finds a way to find another peak. And you think about the fact that throughout this time, he's battled cancer 3 times, not telling anybody about it, making no excuses, never kind of using that as an opportunity to be like, feel sorry for me. And now, thankfully for us, I think, brave enough and in the right headspace to be able to talk about it and now potentially be an inspiration for so many others who are battling this thing. As you said, that we all know somebody with it if we're not even personally affected. Man, the story, Rocky is that is a Rocky story. It does not get better and more inspirational and more of an underdog thing than looking down the barrel of cancer 3 times and being like, nah, I'm going to win this fight.
The embodiment of don't give up.
100%.
My worst day sounds like a great day for Andrei Arlovski through a lot of these trials and tribulations. And then you mentioned the time when it was actually happening. We talked about the ups and the downs of his career. We talked about that Fedor fight that kicked off a 4-fight losing streak. That's when he got diagnosed the first time with cancer.
Crazy.
You go to 2013, he's getting diagnosed in the middle of a run where he won 8 of 9. The only loss being to Anthony Johnson. You're talking about this guy is at lows in his career, highs in his career, and he's getting these diagnoses. It's just crazy to think about. And he just kept going the entire time. I mean, since that first diagnosis, he's had, in his career, he's had almost 60 professional fights. Since the diagnosis, he's had another 40. It's
nuts, man.
Insane, man. Truly inspirational. I'm very glad that he's putting this message out there because it really is just a disease that affects so many people. Doesn't matter where you come from, what your background is. You have a connection to cancer, and it's great to see someone who's been able to get through it on several occasions speaking like that.
Yeah, and he talks about the mindset, but think about the hope, right? The idea that if you're in the throes of it and you look at this guy and you're like, he did it 3 times. He did it 3 times and he won. And he came back each time. It's got to be such a uplifting potential message for somebody to look at that and just feel like all hope is not lost,
Thanks for watching this video. Before you go, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for us. Also, give us a thumbs up, leave a nice comment. These things go a long way. And while you're here, do check out the rest of the channel. We've got live shows and full interviews, clips, and a whole lot more. We're doing big things here, and we appreciate your support very much.